My name is Tomi, and I'm here today to ask you for support. I have been cheating. I have been cheating on what God has designed me to do. In 2016, I founded a platform, and the platform was designed to, or is designed to help young wives in the initial years of marriage develop communication skills so that they can become sexually and emotionally confident in marriage. When I started it, that wasn't my main goal. That's what it has evolved into. But when I started it, I was in a phase of my marriage where, as a strong type A woman, I was struggling. I was trying to figure out what marriage truly meant and how I could find myself in it and be myself in it, without trying to do too much, or without trying to underdo or overdo it. And now I think I'm rambling. God, okay, now let's go to the point. So I was struggling. I remember, not because my husband was abusing me emotionally or physically, but because I could not figure things out. I could not figure out how to balance my type A personality and how to communicate without talking like I'm talking to somebody I'm used to directing and supervising and controlling, and bringing that back home every day did not look good every time. I needed to learn how to do it better. So I started researching how to learn more about myself, how to learn more about how to communicate better, how to show respect better, how to even respect and love myself better, because I lost myself in the initial years of marriage, just finding those things. One day, I remember putting on the gown that I wore on my wedding day, and I went into a closet and just cried. Not just tears of not just tears because I was sad, but bitterness, feeling like I have failed as a wife. And at that point, I told God, you have helped me excel in every role I've ever held. I am an exceptional woman. Make me an exemplary wife. Teach me how to do this. Break me down and remold me. And I remember getting up from the floor that night and going back to bed, and something came over me. I felt something different. So the next day I picked up a book called Love and Respect. And after reading that book, I learned so much about myself. I stopped focusing on what it was not doing right, my husband, or what I needed to get done because I'm a wife. I started focusing on me. I started being better. And I realized that between that day and 12 months, I'd read between 19 and 24 books on self-confidence, on marriage, on everything that has to do with just being able to be a better person. And ever since then, I've read at least a book a month. I became better. I started becoming better. It did not happen overnight, but it became better. And somewhere in 2016, I realized that how many young wives that are just gotten married are also struggling in their marriage. And not because their spouse is probably abusing them, but because they just need to learn how to, okay, he said this and I said this and he got mad. What do I do now? What do I say? And how do I say without him feeling like I'm disrespecting him? Or how do I even show that this is what I want? How do I express my own deepest and truest feelings? I wanted to reach out to those other wives and teach them what I was doing. So I opened a page called One Young Wife on Instagram anonymously. I stayed behind the scene till last year when I decided to attach a face to it. And I stayed behind the scene because I wanted to be able to present what I was struggling with and how I overcame it. And I also wanted them to find a safe place in it. And between 2-3 months, I went from 0 followers on Instagram to 30,000 to 40,000 to 50,000. And now we're at over 122 or 21,000, somewhere thereabout. And before I knew it, I started receiving emails from wives from India, Pakistan, England, the UK, Canada, from Nigeria, Ghana, and these people were telling me pages upon pages of things that they were struggling with, and I would flip through books and say, okay, I think I read this in a book. My husband did not say that or do that, but how do I, that was how I could take care of it. And I would spend sleepless nights just responding to emails and messages. And one day, I felt it was time to bring counselors on and team members on to help me out, because I had a full-time job as well. And ever since then, One Young Wife has been making an impact, inspiring women all around the world and wives all around the world to, as long as abuse and neglect is not involved, as long as unrepentant infidelity is not involved, just things that are like real core, hard, troubled marriage that you need to go talk to a therapist about. As long as it's just issues that you're going through during those initial phase, One Young Wife is there to help. Now let me fast forward to last year. Last year I had my second son, and I stayed home for a while. And within those days I was at home, I was speaking with 7 to 8 young wives per day. I won that life. I truly enjoyed it. I was making so much impact, I did not want to go back to work. But I had to go back to work because the bills to pay. And I have a team of 15 people that I pay every month. And I had to go back to work, not for me, but for them, because I wanted them to be able to fend for their family as well. And all the softwares and stuff that makes One Young Wife work, I wanted to be able to pay for that and deliver excellently. Towards the end of last year, I decided to go back to work. I said to go back to work towards the end of last year, somewhere in between actually. But towards the end of last year, I got a job. It was the highest paying job of my entire life. It'll be 7 months somewhere next month. But this past week was the hardest week. I go to work every day and deliver with excellence. Sometimes I have to wake up at 4 a.m. doing sessions until 6:30. Doing sessions with wives until 6:30 in the morning when it's time to get my kids so they can go to work. And on my break time at work, I sit in my car, sit in the break room and record videos that would all have more sessions that would help this woman be better. I am asking for your support. I turned in my resignation this last week because I want to go all in. I don't know what that truly means, but I was not fulfilled in that role. I was doing excellent and well. People would look at me from the outside and say, Tomi, you're the best fit for this job. But I know deep within me, I know the job I was the best fit for. I want to be able to do this full time. My husband and I and my family, they've contributed to every resource or money that goes into paying my staff and paying these counselors every month. And every month I can tell you, between all of us and me, we cough out at least $2,000 every month, plus or minus. I want to be able to go to work with One Young Wife full time. I want to be able to hire certified counselors all around the world, that if a young wife from India is sending me an email, I don't have to sit and try to understand the culture. I can hire certified counselors from India, and they can have that conversation with them without any cultural barriers. If the woman is texting me or emailing me or calling me from England, I want them to be able to have somebody that they can relate with to talk to them. And if they want to talk to me, I want to be able to do that too. But time, I don't have time. I gave my time for money. Now I want my time back. My way of solving that problem was to create resources, start writing books. But it's the more I don't have the time to finish working on the books. You wake up sometimes at 4 a.m. to do sessions, go drop my kids at daycare. By the time it's end of work, it's 5 o'clock. I have to pick them up by 5:30. And with 2 kids, I have a 2-year-old and almost a 1-year-old. That's the end of it. I really get 1 hour or 2 the night before sleeping. I want to be able to do that full time. and I'm asking for your support. I want to be able to do One Young Wife full time. All I am asking is $10 from you every 2 weeks to make sure that these counselors are paid, my team members are also paid, and we can be comfortable. And I would not have to give up my time in order to raise this resource every month. I want to be able to spend my time coordinating and all those amazing skills that I put in my job. I want to be able to put it in One Young Wife. This is what I want my legacy to be. I want to be remembered for putting systems and processes in place for young wives in the initial years of marriage so that they can have a better life at home and at work. 2 weeks ago, I was almost working up the stairs after a long night. My kids were in bed already. And I was almost in tears. Not because I was sad, but because I was excited. I was just super grateful to God for comparing the stage that I am in marriage compared to my first 1 year in marriage. And just that overwhelming peace just got over me. And I was just so thankful to God for it. It felt like home. And I was praying that over every young wife. The lady that just got married last month, I'm telling you, they're probably not still smiling. They probably need a little bit of help. They probably need a safe place, somebody to talk to about what's going on at home, because they can't talk to their friends or their mom about it. Because they're like, you guys looked perfect 2 months ago when you got married. They need somebody to talk to. And I want to be able to pay the certified counselors to have a conversation with them so they can deliver in their full capacity and deliver with excellence as well. It took every last bit of me to do this. But all I am asking for is $10 every 2 weeks to help me do this full time and to just give a wife access to that knowledge she needs in order to grow in a marriage, to be sexually and emotionally confident. Thank you so much for listening. There's a link that I put together 5 seconds ago, literally. I hope you donate. I need 120 people to donate $10 every 2 weeks in order to make this happen. And we can touch lives, we can impact lives all around the world together. I would send you testimonies. I'm not even doing that yet, and testimonies already coming in. I'll send you stories of how you're impacting life every month. I promise. I would sit in the same chair and tell you how your money's been spent every month, how many counselors we've hired, how many women that we've helped out every month. I hope you would help out. This past week made me realize that, some people trade their time for money, and it's in a world like this is super important. But I have learned that there's power in trading your time for impact and knowledge. When you deliver value enough, everything will be added onto it. And sometimes that includes money too, and sometimes it doesn't. But I think I've paid my dues. Now I need your help. I hope you take this into consideration. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at tomi@oneyoungwife.com. Or you can go to our Instagram page to find us as well. And it is One Young Wife. One Young Wife. Thanks and have a great day.